back. And today right here, like I hinted earlier, we will be having a very special guest. Yes, because this week has been, I would say that a roller coaster of surprises. Yes, we have been tilting, the content and everything, but it's all for good. Like I would always say, just because we want to give you that variety, because we know that you deserve the spice, and for the fact that we learn to live in the moment right here on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. And talking about a very special guest, I have here with me a Nigerian content creator. She's not just a content creator, she is a brand influencer, she is a mom, a wife, and all in one. Like, this lady she's not just versatile, she's very spontaneous, because she could just do things on the spot, and it just shows her level of creativity. But I'm going to hold my breath when it comes to all of the accolades, because there is no need trying the heart on the knee when the head is here. But ladies and gentlemen, permit me to do you the honor of unveiling our special guest today, the one and only Alma Ngur.
Hello. Hi.
Hi, Alma.
Hello, Cassandra.
So good to finally meet you.
Good to meet you too. I'm so happy to be here today.
Like I get it, because the moment you stepped in, there was this, this form of, I don't know, the
familiarity.
It's not even just familiarity. The ambience changed, because you bring this, you bring this positive vibe, and with you, E is definitely for energy, and there is no withholding back. Thank you so much for coming today.
My pleasure. It's so lovely to be here today.
Yeah. So now, who is Alma Ngur?
Okay. My name is Alma Ngur. I am a digital content creator. I'm a brand influencer, and I am a YouTuber based here in Abuja, Nigeria. I'm a mom of 2, and I'm also a wife, of course.
Thank you so much. All right, now Alma, let's get into the thick of things. What exactly inspired you to start creating content?
I would think the very first thing that inspired me to create content was fashion.
Okay.
I was inspired to make people believe and understand that fashion didn't have to be expensive. So I first started my blog in 2014 as the Style Cheapskate, where I was showing people that you didn't have to break the bank to look good, basically. So that was the initial inspiration for starting this thing called content creation. That was the initial inspiration, yes.
All right. Now, in your journey as a content creator, what has been the most significant thing that you've learned throughout your content creation journey?
The most significant thing I would say I have learned is, whatever you're doing, do not think people are not watching, because even if you have 1 follower, 2, 3, 4, 5 followers, there are human beings that are actually watching you. So for me, I feel like I had to learn that, especially when I have to go out to a public place and I have people walk up to me and be like, oh, I follow you on Instagram, or I watch you on YouTube. For me, it's a moment of shock initially, because I would be like, oh, so people who actually watch and follow me are real human beings, It doesn't click until you actually it doesn't click until you actually meet them in person. So I would think that for me, what I have learned is that people, no matter what you're doing, as long as you're on a public space, people are watching you.
People are watching you. And now you made a post which actually I think part of the reasons I invited you here, because you were celebrating 10 years of being a content creator. Well, I would say that I love to create content, but I have an idea of what it is to create content, and I know how much of a Herculean task it is, because sometimes you are just down, you don't want to do it, you're feeling, you are procrastinating. So how have you been able to do this, like, for 10 consistent years?
I know. It's been a lot. For me, I've even been so shocked, because I'm like, how have it been 10 years already? I mentioned earlier, I started content creation with my blog in 2014, and along the line, I've delved into YouTube, I've delved into Instagram and TikTok. As times are changing, you change with the times, right?
Of course.
So yeah, it has been a lot of hard work, if I must say, like a lot. Trust me, we don't get to emphasize the kind of work that goes goes into content creation. I feel like a lot of people believe that it's just to carry your phone and snap picture and that, but
it's not that easy.
It's not that easy, especially if you're into video creation. It is a lot. A lot goes behind the planning, what you're wearing, how your hair looks, how your face looks, your content creation direction, what you're going to be seeing in your videos. After you shoot the videos, then you go into editing your videos, and some people might edit for like a day or two, and then you have to look. It's a lot of work goes into it. So all I can say is I'm super proud of myself for having done this for 10 years and counting.
It's definitely not easy at all. Now, talking about you being a content creator for 10 whole solid years, how has your content style or niche changed over time? I know you hinted about you adjusting to the times and tide and everything, but how has it been, like, sticking to your niche, still trying to like explore? Because you said fashion inspired your whole journey, but of course you do other things away from fashion. I see you influencing for other brands, even the brands that have nothing to do with fashion. So how have you been able to still like maintain your niche, the first thing that started, and of course still like the need for you to still move or navigate?
Initially I began with fashion and beauty, and now I would just call myself more like a lifestyle influencer or a lifestyle content creator. And I feel like lifestyle encompasses so many things, from fashion, beauty, it could be travel, it could be being a mom, family, so a lot of things. Like I said before, as the times changed, I've had to like you can't be in one spot.
You definitely
you have to switch up things. So I think at some point 2 years after I first began content creation, I delved into lifestyle by vlogging and posting them on YouTube. So I started with that. People were more interested actually in seeing my life as a newly married woman. At the time I was newly married, and then from there having my first child, and then my second child, and then to where I am right now. So it has been just a natural progression of different niches coming all together. Like you said before, I've worked with different brands in different industries, from hotel brands to fashion brands to beauty brands to skincare brands, you name it. I've worked with a lot of them, and I feel like when you are able to differentiate yourself from the crowd as an all-rounder, I feel like that way it's easier for you to just navigate through it.
You've worked with all of the brands. You are yet to work with our brand, and you're going to work with our brand, Alma.
I will work with Eagles. I will, definitely. I will.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Well, at this point, we'll have to take a breather, and when we return, the conversation will continue right here on the Media Extra Show. Please stick around and keep listening to your Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. We will be back in a moment.
You are about to experience orgasm. On the Eagles 102.3 FM.
Please listen to this announcement. Farex Borehole. We are competent. We are committed. We simplify borehole for your borehole survey, for your borehole drilling, or any of your borehole challenges. Call us on 080 3596 5170. 080 3596 5170. You can visit our office at Goshen Plaza, opposite Jabi Motor Park, Abuja.
Get the desired clients for your business and service and get your phones buzzing. From the 1st of September to the 31st of December, you can advertise and reach a large audience with the Eagles FM Ember Months package. Advertise on any of our platforms and get a whopping 30% discount. That's right, 30% discount. For more information, please call 080 5919 8658. 080 5919 8658 or 081 5791 7278. 081 5791 7278. The Eagles FM 102.3 FM Ember package is a sure way to getting a wider clientele for your business and service.
You are here right Your miracle is here. Just believe and receive. Breaking news. The healing streams are flowing again, and your testimony is next as we anticipate the Healing Streams live healing services with Pastor Chris, holding from
Friday, October 25th to Sunday, October 27th, 2024, 2 p.m. daily.
Register now and view the program at
www.healingstream.tv/zone/capital ABMC.
You can also participate live at Christ Embassy Durumi near American International School or at the nearest Christ Embassy church to you. Also at any of our designated healing centers all around town. Also airing live here in Abuja on Eagles 102.3 FMs. Call or text
070-7125-2233. 070-7125-2233. Friday, October 25th to Sunday, October 27th, 2024. You can also watch it live on Eagles FM Abuja YouTube and Facebook page, 2 p.m. daily.
Your set time for a miracle. Don't miss it.
Attention, all farmers, agropreneurs, and future agricultural champions. Are you ready to take your farming to the next level? Join the Nigerian Agricultural Insurance Corporation as we bring insight, tips, and expert advice on the agropreneur. Tune in to Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja every Wednesday by 11 a.m. and discover how you can safeguard your farm and maximize your field. This is brought to you by the Nigerian Agricultural Insurance Corporation, dependable partners in time of loss.
Thinking about a show with an extra little spice? Crack your ribs and banter till you tire.
I can tell you got big energy.
The Midday Extra is a mix of fun, entertainment, and sick jokes to keep you jiggy all day.
They'll do fine makeup, they'll even wear Fanta.
Join Matha every weekday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Competitions? They don't exist. With Eagles, you soar.
I need money where I get. I did flex, I did roll, the best.
My dream is my dream is chopping the chill in Montego.
Eagles 102.3 FM, your radio experience you can count on.
Your radio experience that you can always and most definitely count on. Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, and this is the Midday Extra show where we get to serve you variety just the way you like it. And before the break, we were talking to a Nigerian content creator, digital content creator, brand influencer, and an all-rounder. Permit me to use that word. While we have here with us Alma Ngur, yes.
Hi guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, now moving on to the next one. You know, you have been consistent for 10 years, but you know, creating content is one thing, and doing it in the I don't know how to put it, high quality content, the HD type. And I think that anyone who knows Alma would definitely know that her content, if it's not high quality, then she would rather not do it.
Exactly.
So how have you been able to stay consistent and motivated to keep dishing out those high quality content?
I would always tell people this, that I take my job as a content creator as having a 9-to-5 job. I feel like the way you take your 9-to-5 job seriously is the way I take my job seriously.
Okay.
Forget I'm working from home. I take my job very, very seriously. And that's why, you know, putting out high quality content is for me a priority. I realize that not very many of us put out very high quality content. Most of us do, but not very many of us.
Of course.
And for me, that is part of my branding. So I love that, and I love the fact that it's well received by my audience, and my audience love it. If you go to my page on Instagram, I'm not trying to toot my horn or anything, but if you go to my comment section, most times it's like, oh my god, your quality. And for me, it's a no-brainer. I have to just keep showing up with quality content, you know. Basically that's it.
Okay, all right, now moving on to the other part, how do you keep on with the engagement? You know, what are those strategies that you've been able to explore over time that have actually worked for you to keep your followers? You know, you've garnered a lot of followers over time, so what has it been like for you trying to keep those people on?
I feel like the number one thing for me is listening to my audience. I give my audience what they want for the most part. Many content creators out there prefer to do things they love to do. Yes, we all love to put out things we enjoy. Me, for one, I enjoy that. But at the same time, you have to be able to give your audience what they like. So if your audience loves funny videos, try to do funny videos at least once or twice a week to like break the ice of maybe branded content on your page. You can't just put like a whole week through of just branded content. For me, I like to break the ice a little bit with like very funny, relatable content. So yeah, I do that a lot. So if you go to my page, you definitely.
And what adjustments do you make when you like look at them? Because I know that one of the ways to grow is when you have a self-assessment. Do you ever like assess your content? You see that, oh, I should have done this one better, shouldn't have done this, or I should do this next time. What has it been like for you?
For me, to be honest, yes, I can be very self-critical, if that's a word. I can be very, very self-critical. And I feel like, yes, there are times when I feel like I could have done this video better, or, oh, if I had taken my time, I could have, tweaked this better or done this better. Sometimes, very, very few times, I've actually cancelled things I have done and redone them until I'm satisfied.
Yes. Okay.
So for me, it's that near perfection for me. Yeah.
Okay. Near perfection.
Near perfection.
It has to be near perfect because no one is perfect, but at least be imperfectly perfect.
That's right. That's
all right. So now coming to this point where I think it's something that is quite common, especially now that trolling is becoming like something a norm, even though we know that it's not supposed to be so. How do you get to handle criticisms? That is, if you ever get criticized, how do you handle the negative feedback?
One thing I would always say is that not everybody's gonna like you. It doesn't matter if you are creating the best content in the world. There are still some people out there that they just don't like you for no reason. And I have had that right from when I began content creation as far back as 10 years ago. There were people who told me, this thing you're doing, it's not going to work. Just go and look for a better job, or go and do something, So even up till now, we do get the trolling, we do get the negative criticism, just like you said. But I feel like for me, my mantra is, if I don't like it, I delete and I block it. I don't allow negativity into my space. I don't like that at all. So for me, that's how I handle it. Initially, obviously, I had a very light skin. You say this thing to me, it gets to me so much. But now, after 10 years, there's nothing you can tell me now that would surprise me.
Your shell is harder than the
very
tortoise.
hard. Very hard. So once I see what I don't like, I don't even read it all through. I just delete and I block. Straight up.
Okay. Delete and block.
Yes,
Straight up. No time for negative energy, only for the positive energy.
That's right.
All right. So now, what's that one thing that you wish you knew like 10 years ago when you started creating content?
I wish someone told me that so much money can be made from content creation.
You should have started earlier.
Oh my God.
20 years earlier than today.
And even though I feel like I am not where I am supposed to be yet, but with what I have achieved so far in the last 10 years, or I would say maybe let's rewind back to the last 5 years. If anybody had told me that you could do this and achieve so much, I would have started maybe 15 years ago or 20 years ago, if possible. But that notwithstanding, content creation is such a booming industry right now, and I'm so happy that the Nigerian market is embracing content creation now. Rewind to 10 years ago, nobody cared. Nobody really wanted to pay you to do anything like take a picture with a top from a brand, or take a picture with a makeup that you use from a brand. Nobody really cared. Back then, we would even be happy to receive a free dress from a brand. But now, you would give me that dress and you would still pay me. That's the sweet part of it.
Anyway, you guys see Alma, bill her. She has money. Okay, now let's come to another part of it, where you are a mom, you're a wife, you're a family woman, a very dedicated one at that, and managing the home. I know that, at least from what we see, from what you put out, you do basically everything.
I do my best.
How do you manage being a wife, being a mom, and still being the Alma Ngur brand? How? Just how?
Oh wow, yeah, I get this question a lot, even from my followers, my subscribers, and all of that. And for me, I would say I'm not scared to ask for help if I need help. So obviously, I delegate duties. I can't do everything and still show up to what I do every day. So I would delegate things. The ones I can do, I do them. The ones I need help with, I do them. Even down to my husband, he helps out, once or twice, with different things that need help. I have a domestic staff at home that helps. My mom is retired now, so she's around most times helping me out with things. So I feel like for me the number one thing is a delegation of duties, or asking. Don't be afraid to ask for help. For me, that's what is driving me, and that is why I have enough time to show up every day.
Oh, well, I must say that you have a wonderful support system, because at the end of it, no matter how strong we are, even the strongest of us, we still need a firm of support system.
That's right.
And you have the right one.
That's right.
Okay, now, who is that one creator that you're looking up to, like to create content with something? Not even in Nigeria, it could be anywhere, whatever part of the world. Who is that one creator or creative person that you were hoping to work with one day?
I would say I have a lot of them, to
Just
be
one?
honest. I have a lot of them, to be honest. But I think for me it would be Patricia Bright.
Okay.
She's a Nigerian, a UK Nigerian, influencer. She's also like a mom as well as a wife. So she is right up my alley, So yeah, I would say if I had to pick one person, it would
Pick
have
another.
to be
Pick another.
it would have to be Patricia Bright.
Okay.
Secondly, most likely Jackie
Aina,
Aina.
okay.
Yeah. Those two women, I absolutely love them. And I would say that they were part of the people who inspired me to begin this thing called content
They
creation.
were like the pace setters.
Oh yes.
Jackie was among the pace setters.
Oh
yeah.
yes. I've been watching these women for years and seeing what they've achieved and what they're still achieving.
Yeah.
So definitely if I were to pick those two women, for sure.
Okay. Now, coming to the part where everyone is going into content creation. What would you say? What would you say about those that are aspiring, or say to them rather, those who are aspiring to be content creators, those who are doing it already and may feel like, oh, this thing is not going to work no matter how I do it, or my content isn't enough, it's not high quality, maybe like Alma's or maybe like Jackie or even Bright, what would you say to them?
I would say, to be very honest with you, back then we would say, oh, start with what you have. It doesn't matter what you have, just start. While I would love to give that advice now, it's not practical. It's not realistic to give that kind of advice, because the world has advanced beyond just using anything to start content creation. So I would say, don't be afraid to start, right? The thing is, just start. But while you are just starting, start with something good enough, just so that you're able to break through the crowd. Because like you said, everybody is a content creator these days. And I mean, like, everybody's mom, dad, everybody. And sometimes I have to sit back and look, I'm like, wow, when we the OGs, when we first started,
it was like you were doing something alien.
Crickets, So I would say just start with something good, whether it's a phone or a camera, whatever it is, but start with something of medium to good quality, just so that when you start, people are able to listen to you and watch you. And don't be discouraged by people are very drawn to numbers these days, so people want to grow fast. Nobody wants to do the actual work.
They just want to be at the top.
Yeah, everybody wants to come out now and just blow. And me, I'm still trying to even blow as I am like this.
You never still go like this.
I never still blow like this.
If Alma never blew, then I don't know.
Nah, I never blew. If I came in here with an entourage, hey,
that's
how you know I've blown.
The Nigerian dream.
Exactly. But don't be scared to just put in the work first and then watch your rewards come later.
All right.
That's it.
Put in the work and then watch your rewards come later, because I always tell people who care to listen that it's not about you just going to the top. Most of the people you see that have succeeded, they started from somewhere. Even those who had privileges, they didn't just wake up one day and they were handed over to them. They still had to do something for them to be on the top of the ladder. If you want to climb to the top, you definitely must be doing something. And it's not just about doing something, but doing it right. And then one day you also have the privilege of sitting in this seat, because Alma has put in the work so much, and that is why we've decided to shine the spotlight on her, because she has so much to share. And I hope that you've learned from her experience, and of course from all that she's said today. And then just wrapping things up, basically, because our time is really fast spent. What legacy do you hope to leave in the content creation space?
That's a very tricky one. And it's a very serious question.
Please blow your trumpets.
The legacy I hope to leave behind is Alma Ngur was that one woman who, despite the odds, she still came through with her lifestyle content, and basically with showing people that you didn't have to just be the regular next door mom, you know, basically a mom who is still achieving despite, I have a 6-month-old baby, so I'm still pushing regardless, you know. So I feel like for me, that is the legacy I want to leave behind. Like, don't be afraid to break boundaries. Don't be afraid to be the first to do something and make it normal.
Don't be afraid to break boundaries, and don't be afraid to be the first to do something. Break the boundaries, break the norms, shatter all of the glass ceilings.
That's right.
For me, I have the mindset that there is no sky. People say the sky is your limit, the sky is the beginning. No, there is no sky.
There's something beyond the sky.
Just go.
Oh yeah,
there
just
is
keep
no
going.
sky.
Keep soaring. Keep soaring.
All right, so thank you so much, Alma.
Thank you
but
so
I'm not
much.
going to leave you without asking you how you feel being on this radio station.
Oh my God! In case you're listening, it's my first time on radio. It's my first time.
And it's good that you're here for the first time.
You would think that, based on the fact that I'm a content creator, you would think I've been on radio multiple times because I talk for a living.
Yeah.
But no, it's my first time, and I'm so happy to be here. And I really want to say thank you so much to Eagles 102.3 FM for having me today. I'm having a blast. I don't even want to leave this microphone right now. I'm having a good time. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, Alma. We appreciate you. And it's been a wonderful pleasure listening to your story. And of course, the fact that you've given us the honor to share your inspiration to our listeners on the other side. And I know that beyond the glitz and the glamour, there's a lot to uncover. There's a story behind it, and you've given us a glimpse into what that is. It's not always rosy, but you've always kept your head afloat, and it's very commendable, and it's quite inspiring.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Alma.
you so much for having me.
And we look forward to having you again. Thank
you for having me.
Thank you so much. All right, dear listener, there you have it. We've been talking to Nigerian content creator and brand influencer Alma Ngur, and she's shared her story. And one thing that struck a chord for me is the fact that she said that when she started, it looked like it was not something everyone was doing, but she kept doing it despite some of the negative comments. So if you are listening to us this morning, I want to let you know that whatever it is that you're doing, it might not be content creation, but whatever it is that you want to do, so long as it's legal, so long as it's something that you love to do and you know it's going to put food on your table, by all means, please go ahead and keep doing it. At least if you do not have any inspiration, Alma should be a first point of contact for you, and of course me and Eagles FM. Anyway, thank you so much for always listening to Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, where all of the gangarias is always happening. Well, you know how we do it right here. It's all about the variety, and trust us to always spice your day, because we know that you are special, and trust us to always work around the clock to give you that radio experience that you can always and most definitely count on. I am Cassandra Yenumbe. Enjoy the rest of the moments right here on radio.